Coming up on First at 4, we talked to Kentucky Senator Rand Paul today about a number of hot topics, including remaining mask mandates. And Knott County officials say exciting things are happening at the Mine-Made Adventure Park.
Les, it's getting busy around here yet again. I'll have the very latest on our severe weather alert day on the way right now as First at 4 is on the air.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, a winter storm watch is now out for the entire region as a late season storm could dump several inches of snow to kick off the weekend. Meteorologist Evan Hatter begins our severe weather alert day coverage. Evan?
That's right, Steve. You've been watching it scroll by on the bottom of the screen. Winter storm watch now in effect for everybody. Late tomorrow night, I'm talking like midnight tomorrow night, running through the afternoon hours on Saturday. You see, everybody is under this watch. Already portions of central Kentucky upgraded to a winter weather advisory out towards the Louisville area. They're going to get slightly lesser amounts from this system, but the bullseye still appears to be on eastern Kentucky with this particular storm. I-64 at Moorhead, the exact opposite. It's beautiful outside. We've got temperatures rising through the 50s and sunshine breaking out in some spots. You see the clouds beginning to diminish into downtown Whitesburg. Low 50s right now. Northwest winds at the moment, but we've got middle and upper 50s around the region. And we've got warmer temperatures than this on the way as we head into tomorrow before the snow gets here. That's right. We're going to go from 60s to snow, accumulating snow, in 12 hours or less heading into tomorrow. That's what kind of cold front we're dealing with. But the last of those clouds pushing out of here as we head through the evening tonight. There's a front slowly headed this way out to the west that we're going to keep an eye on because it's headed in our direction as soon as tomorrow. I'll have the full details on that as well as keeping that WYMT weather app handy. Of course, you can get the details on the app too. We'll have you just scan that code in the upper right hand portion of the screen. But notice on the app, you're going to see temperatures in the 30s tonight, but still above freezing. And here in just a few minutes, I'll have the details on how much snow we could see and the latest timing coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right. Hard to believe we're going to get this snow. Thank you very much, Evan. Well, we had the chance to sit down this morning with Senator Rand Paul to talk about several topics impacting Kentuckians. WYMT's Dakota Makris joins us now with more.
As COVID-19 restrictions continue to relax across the country, Kentucky's junior senator wants to take things one step further by getting rid of the federal mask mandate on public transportation. Senator Rand Paul introduced legislation to repeal the mandate last year, and he tells me he still believes masks do not work, so he sees no reason to continue mandating people to wear them, saying it is time to get rid of what he calls, quote, nonsense.
People need to realize it was never a federal law. It was a mandate by an unelected bureaucrat who most of us believe does not have the power to make that mandate.
Next week, the senator tells me he plans to reverse the travel mask mandate in a vote. In the studio, I'm Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Dakota, thank you. Tonight at 6, we'll continue our conversation with Senator Paul and get his thoughts on those high gas prices and if the Keystone Pipeline XL could have made a difference. Former President Donald Trump has refinanced the mortgage on Trump Tower in New York with a $100 million loan from California-based Axos Bank. Trump's son Eric signed the loan document on February 15th. It comes as the Trump organization faces legal scrutiny and questions about the state of the business. That includes a criminal investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office and a civil investigation at the state level. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Thursday. The Dow closes down today more than 113 points. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. Knott County officials say exciting things are happening at the Mine-Made Adventure Park. Tourism Director Zach Hall says the park has several expansions underway. Better broadband, new cabins, a new sewage system, plans for blacktop coverage, and new staging for concerts. Hall says the park has come a long way since its inception.
Maybe 8 to 14 spots to park campers and RVs, and we've grown to over 90 now. It's going to continue growing from there. The economic development from being able to have sewage and water up here now is going to be able to have businesses grow up here.
Hall says they've also added a new Bluegrass Music Festival to the schedule. That will take place in June. The Wildcats are in Florida for the SEC tournament, but they won't play until tomorrow night. Brian Milam is in Tampa with their Big Blue coverage.
Good afternoon from Amalie Arena in Tampa. You know, March Madness, that term is normally used for the NCAA tournament, but the March Madness can happen in the SEC tournament and conference tournaments. We saw that earlier with Florida and Texas A&M. The SEC tournament got underway last night. Kentucky awaits their opponent tomorrow, and it'll be the winner of Alabama and Vandy. And even though this will be Ty Washington's only SEC tournament, more than likely, just getting to this stage for him conjured up some memories while in high school of watching games during school.
My junior year in high school, my history teacher, she would always throw on SEC tournaments and March Madness every time we went in there. So it was just like, now that I'm actually here, I'm pretty sure she's back home watching it. She's going to be back home watching it, putting it on for her students as well. So just knowing I was in her class watching it on TV, now actually going to be the one on TV playing, and she's watching, just a huge blessing.
Well, Ty, I know the feeling. All of us of a certain age understand what it was like to watch basketball during school. So hopefully Ty plays well for his history teacher during the SEC tournament and the big dance of the NCAA tournament next week and the weeks to come. In Tampa, I'm Brian Milam, WYMT Mountain Sports.
All right, Brian, thank you very much. We'll have more from the SEC tournament later tonight. Back here in Kentucky, day 2 of the girls' Sweet 16 is underway with 2 mountain teams taking the court in today's early session. WYMT's Courtney Lane Brewer joins us now with some of those highlights from Rupp. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Steve, 2 teams playing this morning looking to advance. First up, Letcher Central taking on Bowling Green. The Purples come out firing in this one. There's Ava Bennett from Beyond the Arc. Bowling Green starts on an 8-0 run, but the Lady Cougars start rumbling back. There's Kaylee Banks answering the call from the left wing. They'd cut it to within 2 early on. And then how about Lauren Boggs? She gets the loose ball and goes coast to coast for the easy layup. Purples would go into the locker room up by 12. Letcher tries to cut that down coming out of the break. Banks again connects from 3 early in the third. But Bowling Green was just too much. This was the dagger right here. Sania Shelton with the steal and the layup on the other end. Letcher Central never led. They fall 58-45. Here's leading scorer Kaylee Banks after the loss.
We've been working hard for this all season, practicing every day from summer ball, going to the gym, working on our own time, and just making ourselves available to the team to help in the best way that we can. And I'm just thankful that we ended our senior year on Rupp Arena.
The Pikeville Panthers took the court next, taking on the Cooper Lady Jaguars. Cooper had the momentum early. Liz Pfeiffer knocked it down in the paint, and that finishes an 11-2 run to start things off. But the Panthers would wake up. Kiera Thornsberry knocks that down to cut the lead. She would lead Pikeville with 16 today. And they'd cut into it some more. There's Trinity Rowe with the steal, and Leanne Jackson goes coast to coast for the bucket. Pikeville now within 5. Trinity Rowe now, she knocks down a 3 from the top of the key to cut it down to 2. But Cooper would be just too much for the Panthers. Freihofer just beats the buzzer to go into halftime up by 7. They'd end up winning by 20. Pikeville falls in the first round for the 4th straight year, 57-37 to Cooper. John Lowe is in Lexington with more from Rupp. Hey, John.
Hey, that's right, Courtney. It wasn't the trip that the Pikeville Lady Panthers had in mind falling to Cooper within the last hour. Cooper got out to an 11-2 run to begin the game and couldn't quite recover, only finding momentary rhythms throughout the contest. The Panthers were also out-rebounded 26-17, just unable to compete with the Jags' size. But despite the result, Pikeville's still 4-time defending 15th region champs. This year's graduating class at Pikeville has never not ended the season at Rupp Arena. Here's what Coach Christy Orm had to say about that.
I mean, all my life I've dreamed of being able to coach teams and come to the state tournament. And, I'm just thankful to them because people think that, I don't know, it has anything to do with me because it doesn't. I'm just so thankful that they've brought me along for the ride and that I've been able to coach them. And I don't coach attitude and effort. I coach great kids.
All right, and we're not done here in Lexington yet. Corbin Lady Redhounds, they're set to take the court against George Rogers Clark at 6. I'll have more details about that game coming up on at 5:30. But for now in Lexington, John Lowe, WYMT Mountain Sports.
All right, John and Courtney, both thank you very much. March Madness is certainly in full swing this week. Well, coming up here on First at 4, something sitting at the bottom of the sea could be the key to reducing harmful gases in the atmosphere.
And wintry weather is on the way back as we head into the end of the week. I'll have the very latest on the way next.
Are you a teen, homeless, not knowing where you'll sleep tonight? Are you